This is Derek Staley with ESFI World, and I am here with Drewbie. So we are here at the MLG Winter Championship, but before this, you were at the Winter Arena, which you qualified for by sweeping through the Winter Arena North American qualifier. That really caught a lot of people off guard. Did something specifically change in your practice, your preparation, or is it just something that was building up and you everything kind of clicked all at once?
I actually didn't play a single game for about a month before the qualifier, and I didn't warm up or anything. I just showed up and played against Nori, expecting to lose. Ended up winning 2-0. And yeah, I didn't really practice or anything. I just kind of went in with my head blank and played my game, and I still don't know how I ended up winning that.
Have you been practicing on a regular basis since then, or is it kind of?
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing a lot more. Hopefully I am better now than I was then. But I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
So as I said, that performance did shock a lot of people because, I mean, you had been a strong player before, and then you kind of fell off the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
How did it feel to perform out so well and, kind of prove a lot of people wrong after all that time?
Yeah, it was awesome. When I beat Artist to qualify, I really didn't think I was going to win. I was really happy and excited, and it made me want to start playing a lot more again. It was a good feeling.
So after that success, you did go to the Winter Arena in New York.
Yeah.
You had a pretty tough draw with the STC in the first one, and then you fell into the lower bracket, which I think you also fell to MERS. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you talk about your games at the Winter Arena, and were you able to learn anything from that can help you more moving forward?
Well, I was practicing going command center first in TVT, and the STC just cheesed me twice and owned me really fast. I didn't really learn that much, except it's risky to go command center first. Yeah, the STC kind of, everybody's like, yeah, you can beat him. He hasn't really done much. But since that MLG Winter Arena, he's been destroying everybody and owning it up in GSL and stuff. So I don't really feel too bad losing to him. And yeah, my games against MERS, I just kind of made some dumb mistakes. And in the second game, he took a secret expansion. But yeah, I guess in TVT, it just comes down to whoever has the best mechanics and decision making, and I just kind of need to practice a lot to get it down.
So we are in day one right now,
Yeah.
MLG Winter Championship, and the open bracket's underway. You don't have to play just yet.
Yeah.
So you're seeded into round 5. Have you looked at your bracket yet?
Yeah.
Do you see who you're likely to play, or?
Yeah, I saw I'm most likely going to play against Rain. Somebody told me that Tissel Symbols in the bracket, but I didn't recognize. Maybe he has some weird name or something, but I think it's just Rain. And yeah, I think I can beat him. I've beat him before, but he was in Korea practicing, so I don't know how good he's going to be really.
What are your thoughts on that matchup right now for you?
I guess TVT's been going pretty good for me, and yeah, I think I can win. I hope that I can get some time to warm up. It's kind of he'll be playing today, and he'll probably play one round in the morning tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's hard to get warm-up in because all the computers are going to be in use, and I can't go in the pro player area or anything, so I might have to play without any warm-up. I'm not sure.
Do you adjust your preparation to a specific player and their style in a tournament like this where you have to play so many games all at once?
Well, you pretty much just practice on the maps and get some good build orders for the MLG maps because you never really know who you're going to play against unless you're in the pool. So it's pretty impossible to practice for a specific player. I guess me being in the winners round 5, I can figure out what Rain's been doing recently tonight and apply that. But he might not even win, so yeah, I guess I'll just play my own TVT game and hope it's good enough.
You mentioned the disadvantage of not being able to really warm up as you start in winners round 5, but at the same time, you've fought through the open bracket before. You know how many games you have to play.
Yeah.
How exhausting is that trying to fight through the open bracket from day one?
I don't think it's too bad. Most pro gamers, they play all day anyways, and so if I play 20 games a day or something, I don't get too tired, and there's breaks in between and stuff. So I don't think it's a really big disadvantage. I think that getting kind of in your groove against worse players it kind of gets you playing good and confident, and I think it's not a disadvantage at all.
So this whole situation was created by MLG's change in format.
Yeah.
What do you think about the new format compared to the old one?
Well, it's pretty much the same, isn't it? Except for the Winter Arena.
The Winter Arena, and with the way the pool plays, they don't lock in like they did last year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the Winter Arena format. They had held the qualifiers for each region, so it really, last year, if you went to every MLG and you did good at one or two, then you were kind of guaranteed to be really high in the points, and you would never, like in control state in the pool play, the whole time. And I mean, nothing against in control, but yeah. So I think that the format now is more rewarding to the better players who are consistently playing good, and hopefully can qualify for the next Winter Arena.
Is there anything in particular you still would like to see changed in the format, or are you pretty comfortable with how it is?
I don't know. I guess the what's it called? The extended series. Not a big fan of that. But I mean, the brackets are kind of confusing. It takes like 20 minutes to figure out how everything works. It's a bit confusing, but I like the MLG format. I think it's pretty fair.
So what are your expectations heading into this event? As you said, you hadn't been practicing that much before the North American qualifier, but you have been recently. What do you need to do for it to be considered a success for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess getting into the pool play would be pretty awesome. I think I'll have to beat Rain, and then Complexity Killer is in the bracket next to me, so I'll have to play him to qualify for the pool play. And Killer's never been to a MLG before, so I don't know how he got in there. I don't know if they screwed up or something, but yeah, Killer's really good, so I would be just happy if I ended up beating him. And then if not, just have to go be a loser bracket warrior, and hopefully I can get like top 32 would be good.
Terran players have been pretty outspoken lately about TVP.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your thoughts on TVP right now?
I don't really have too many problems with it. On the Winter Arena qualifier, I played pretty much only TVP, and I did really good. I think it's Terran favored in the mid game. When Terran gets like stim and combat shields and medevacs, they have like a kind of timing period where they can go and do a lot of damage to the Protoss. So I don't think it's that bad. Like the Terran always has the opportunity to get ahead in the mid game, and if they don't take advantage of that and the game's still even at around the 20-minute mark, then they're kind of screwed. So it's like on the Terran to go out and get ahead.
A lot of Terran players also had an issue with the snipe change with Brood Lords. Can you talk about TVZ right now?
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with TVZ, but lately I've just been kind of playing the same style that I played before the patch, kind of going Marines and Thors and Vikings if they go Brood Lords, and still making Ghosts. But now you just have to cloak the Ghosts, and really it's all about the Infestors. If you can snipe the Infestors and take them out, then Marines just own Brood Lords, and Thors are pretty good against Ultras, so it's not a huge problem. And yeah, so I don't know if it's imbalanced. I have really tough time playing against Zerg, but I think it's just because I'm not doing it properly. I've seen really good Terrans still destroy Zergs in the late game, so can't really say it's imbalanced.
Last year you were in Korea for a while.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans on returning short, long term, or do you think you're pretty comfortable where you're at right now?
I'm actually going to Peru with Cats after IPL, so I definitely don't have any plans to go back to Korea in the near future, but it was fun, and if I have the opportunity to go back, I'd be definitely down to do that.
So we have Heart of the Swarm is going to come out at some point this year, hopefully. Yeah. We don't really know a date on it
hopefully.
Yet. But what do you think needs to be changed? Not necessarily with Heart of the Swarm as they showed it, but with the game in general, in order to improve the competitive play and the overall skill level and things like that.
I don't know. I guess they're going to add more units, which will really mix it up and kind of give an advantage to the smarter players that work out, new strategies. So I think that, the smarter and the more hardworking players will be an advantage, at least for the first few months after the game comes out. I think the game's pretty, well balanced and competitive right now. So I don't know if they have to improve on that, but I think it'll be more fun to play, and it'll bring in a lot of new players. So it'll kind of give an advantage to the smarter players, and it'll be more fun to play for a while. So I'm looking forward to Heart of the Swarm.
Last year was a little bit of a roller coaster for you as far as how your results went. What are your goals this year as a player?
Well, when I'm in Peru, I'm definitely gonna buckle down and practice, like 8 hours a day during the week, and kind of treat it as a full-time job. Cats is pretty hardcore streaming, like 12 hours a day and stuff. So I'm gonna try and keep up with him. So yeah, I hope that I can start producing results in tournaments. I didn't really train too hard in the last 4 months of 2011. So I think I just want to be one of the top players in North America, and win or do well in MLGs and North American tournaments.
All right. Any last words, shout-outs, anything like that? Go ahead.
Yeah, just shout out to Complexity and the sponsors, Creative, PNY Origin, and QPAD. And yeah, all my fans who support me, thanks a lot. And
All right, thanks.
Yeah.